Misty Island Rescue. The island of Sodor is a world of wonder. There are places and faces that are old and new. There are bridges and tunnels that engines puff through. There are hilltops and cliff tops to climb and explore. There are rivers and railways and much, much more, all on the island of Sodor. There was great excitement on the island. A brand new search and rescue center was being built. The engines had never heard of anything quite so special. They knew it was important.
Well done, Harold! You saved the climber!
Mission accomplished. No one is hurt and everyone is safe. Great to see you, Thomas.
Good job, Harold.
Thank you, sir. Kind of a tight squeeze coming into land, sir.
That's why Sodor needs a search and rescue center. A proper place and a proper space to help people in trouble. Your helipad will be over there, Harold.
Terrific, sir.
And Captain, you will have a safe mooring and a boathouse.
Can't wait, sir. Ready and raring to be really useful.
And is this where the rescue center building will be?
That's right, Thomas. Right in the middle. It will be a magnificent building. It will be made of the strongest wood of all, Joby wood. It will arrive today at Brendam Docks.
Thomas and his friends gasped. They had all heard about Joby wood.
First, Thomas, you must take the hiker back to Knapford Station. Then you must hurry to help Percy. There's a lot to do.
Sir Topham Hatt was right. There was a lot to do. New tracks had to be built. Edward and Henry heaved the heavy rails and rods. James and Emily shunted and shoved the bricks and mortar for the new platforms and station house. Gordon and Toby huffed and puffed to the quarry for slate. And Thomas and Percy were at the docks. They saw a big ship. It was piled high with rich, red logs.
That must be the Joby wood. I wonder who will pull it to the rescue center.
Later, all the engines were at the docks. They wanted to see Cranky unload the Joby wood.
This Joby wood comes from my country, Thomas. It is so strong, no wind can blow it down or storm break it. It is very special. There are only 1 or 2 islands where the Joby trees grow.
The engine that has been the most really useful, by the end of the day, will pull the Joby logs to the search and rescue center.
The engines stuttered and muttered. They all wanted to be the most really useful engine.
Don't delay. You all have jobs to do.
The engines wheeshed and whooshed out of the docks. Thomas had to wait. He had to be coupled up to some freight cars of bricks. He stared at the Joby wood. Thomas's eyes were bright, and his boiler bubbled with excitement. He wanted to pull the Joby flatbeds. Diesel oiled over.
I hope Sir Topham Hatt chooses me.
Steamies can't help, not like a diesel.
Thomas was surprised.
No, Diesel. Every day I make sure I'm a really useful engine. You'll never be that.
And Thomas steamed swiftly away. Diesel was cross.
Those steamies think diesels are dirty and steamies are special. I'll show them that I'm just as really useful as they are. I'll shunt these logs to the rescue center. Then Sir Topham Hatt will see how special I am.
So, Diesel clattered over to the Joby flatbeds. And with a biff and a bash, and a grunt and a groan, Diesel shoved and shunted the precious Joby wood out of the docks. Diesel rattled and rolled along the rails. The flatbeds of Joby logs jittered and juddered. Diesel was happy.
Diesels are no good, the Steamies always say. But I'll show them they're wrong by the end of the day.
Thomas was busy shunting.
I'll be the most useful. I'll be the best one. I'll huff and I'll puff till the job is well done.
Then Thomas stopped. His firebox fizzed.
Cinders and ashes. It's Diesel. And he's shunting the Joby logs. Stop, Diesel, stop!
Diesel saw Thomas. Diesel heard Thomas. But Diesel didn't want to stop. He wanted to push the Joby logs to the rescue center as fast as he could clatter. Thomas was worried.
Diesel is racing too fast. Something bad could happen to the Joby logs. I must chase after Diesel and stop him.
Thomas could see Diesel ahead on the tracks. His pistons pounded and pumped. His firebox flared and his boiler bubbled.
Stop, Diesel! Stop!
But Diesel didn't stop. He rattled and rocked. He wheezed and he whirred faster and faster. Thomas huffed his hardest. Diesel raced and roared just in front of him.
I can puff ahead of Diesel after this junction.
Diesel heard Thomas.
No, you won't, Thomas.
And Diesel rattled and roared ahead just before the signal turned to red. But Thomas had to stop. Sparks flew and his funnel flared.
I'll never catch Diesel now.
Diesel pushed and panted up the hill. Thomas puffed and chuffed far behind.
I'm almost there. Soon they'll all know that Steamies are the ones who puff too slow.
Then there was trouble. The track wasn't finished. Diesel slipped and he skidded.
Stop, Diesel, stop!
But Diesel didn't stop. He jumped and he bumped faster and faster to the top of the hill. And then down, down, down to the cliffs and the sea below. Now Diesel wanted to stop, but he couldn't. The heavy flatbeds were pulling him to the edge of the cliff. Diesel wasn't smiling now.
Help! Help!
But no one could help Diesel. Crash! One flatbed cracked its cover. The Joby wood tumbled and rumbled into the sea below.
Oh, me! Oh, my! Oh, help!
Then, the next flatbed of Joby logs crashed and smashed into the water. Diesel was now one flatbed away from the edge of the cliff. And then, the last coupling snapped. The last flatbed of Joby wood sank from sight below the waves.
Oh, no!
Now, Diesel was half on and half off the edge of the cliff. His front wheels wobbled and wiggled in the air. His back wheels were grating and grinding to stay on the track. Thomas screeched to a stop. He was scared.
Diesel! What can I do?
Diesel didn't know. But Thomas did. He made a decision.
Don't worry, Diesel, and stay as still as you can.
Diesel did what Thomas said. Thomas tugged and he chugged. Then, wheel turn by wheel turn, puff by puff, Thomas pulled Diesel back from the edge and to safety.
You're safe, Diesel! Hooray!
Thomas had saved Diesel.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.